Hello, today I wanted to go over information architecture and talk a little bit about how you can create site collections and sites. So one thing Sitecore Foundation gives you is the ability to store content in multiple locations. When you go to add a component to a page, and if the component's backed by a content item, you can choose to either store it under the page, at the site level, at the site collection level, or globally. To show you exactly where those locations are, so we can look under Starter Kit, we can look under Home, and you'll notice there's a content folder under Home, and we have the content types that were used when building that page. And every page is going to have that content folder. You don't have to manually create any of these folders. They're all created for you automatically. And you can build it so your own components also create those folders automatically. And you can see you can have a bunch of them, and it really depends. So that's the first location. The other location would be at the site level. So you see the shared content folder. We'll see similar folders, just with a different color. Where we can store it. And once again, they're created on the fly by a custom data source location provider that populates it. And then at the site level, you see this red folder where we can store things at the site collection level. So the idea behind that is you can have multiple sites, or say you have a bunch of microsites and they share content, you'd want to put them in the same site collection, and you'd want to share common content between them. And then as a catch-all, if you wanted to, you can have global content. And there's a shared content in the global folder that has all that. Now, the way that's wired up and how it's triggered is when you define your renderings, we can take a look at some of the foundation components. Let's take a look at an alert. And if you scroll and look at the data source location, we have this syntax that if you put // it tells the data source location provider to handle this component type and to offer and create folders for you at those 4 levels. So if you build your own components, you can simply do a // with whatever the folder name you want, and it will allow you to do that. One other thought is if you do want to easily create site collections and sites, you can actually, all you need to do is just right click on content. We can do a new site collection, and this could be my microsites as an example. And that will actually go spin up a branch template. You can see the shared content folders there, and here, well, actually under the sites node, is where I insert my first site, and I can call this microsite 1. Now this will create a folder structure based on some of the common project folders. So it's really a site configuration that has everything in it. You do have to create your own page templates, although you can copy one of the basic ones. And there's actually a branch template if you want to create like a home and a content fairly quickly. And then manually associate it with that site. But then you can quickly add another microsite. And of course, you'll have to then create a site configuration config patch file just to map these to host entries. But this is how it's very easy to kind of create a base information architecture that allows you to share content, and that coupled with the data source location provider gives you a lot of flexibility in where you store content and how you organize your content. That being said, I mean, if you're using handlebar templates or other things, I typically end up creating manual folders under shared content for additional content types that are driven in a different way. And that is it for today. Thanks.